Hello everyone, this is Shai. Thank you for tuning into my channel. As you could tell, this is a different setting. I'm working in my morning room today. I'm kids free. My kids both are in school. I'm off today, enjoying my hot buffalo pretzels, and one of my friends got me all hooked on Coca-Cola, the vanilla flavor. So I've been enjoying that today. No coffee for me. In this video, we'll be talking about our retirement plan. As most of you guys know, we are on our debt-free journey. We paid off all our debt. The only debt that we have now is our mortgage and my new car. Other than that, we do not have any like credit card bills or any kind of big loans or anything like that. So we figured since we were already budgeting, and me and my husband, and we were saving, next step should be where are we gonna contribute that saving money, and we need to start working on our retirement plan. I mean, we have been doing here and there our retirement, like I have 401k, but we were not as serious. Where do we want our money to go, in what step, what order we want our money to go. So in this video, we'll be talking about our retirement plan. If something like that interests you, please consider subscribing to video, commenting below, and liking the video. So before I even start this video, I just want to go ahead and tell you guys that in this video, we're talking about our retirement plan. That means that this is something that my family thinks that it's best for us. I am no financial advisor. I don't know anything about finance. This is not an advice. This is pretty much what will work for my family may not work for your family. These order of investments in our saving for retirement plan may not work for you. You might have a different plan. Everybody has different ideas, and their plan might be different. This is just something that is my retirement plan for work for our family. So let's go ahead and start. So the first thing that me and my husband we did. Now I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys, my husband is a very private person, so that's why we don't really share our income and anything like that. He's not comfortable with it, and I am gonna go ahead and respect his wishes. The first thing that we did when we sat down to make our retirement plan was to go ahead and go do goal setting. So the first thing that came into our mind was what age we plan to retire. Do we want to do early retirement? And so we definitely did that. So I think that I would like to work at least till my 60. Because I work in a health field, so I do have a benefit of cutting down my hours. I have a very I can always pick a flexible schedule. And my husband owns a business, so definitely flexible. But, obviously we don't know what the future holds. But we're thinking even we want to work part-time after our retirement. That's our plan. Then we sat down and we decided that how much we would need for our expenses, what will be our expenses when we retire, and then how much money we will need us to last. Obviously we don't know how long we're gonna live, but how much do we need money to last us, and till we obviously die, and then how much are we planning on saving a month for our retirement. So what will we contribute to our retirement? Again, I cannot share those numbers because my husband is a private person, but I'll give you an idea where will our money be going. And then the step 2 was we asked ourselves where we stand now. So again, we are debt free. We don't have any debt beside our home, and we're in the process of refinancing that too. What were our incomes and what were our options? Because, again, like I said, our family scenario might be different for everybody. We have 2 kids, and both of our kids have big age gap. My older one is 11, while my younger one is only 4 years old. I mean, she's just starting pre-K. So, they have a big difference. So by the time my older one will graduate high school and go to college, my younger one will still be in school. So we had to keep that in mind. And what were our options? And then we had to research our options. So obviously, when I say what our options were, what happened with our work, and then, what's out there and what kind of accounts are out there, we had to research. So again, my husband did help me. We did our research. There's no perfect answers, but we did come up with a plan. So then the step 3 was where we will contribute for our retirement and in what order will we contribute to our retirement. I will talk about each account, and I will also talk about the pros and cons for us, for our family. This is strictly what works for my family. So even with the pros and cons is also somewhat, talks about our family planning. So the first account that we decided for the order for our retirement was our 401k. Now, obviously I'm no expert, and most people know what 401k. This is not an education video. I'm strictly making this video even for accountable for me, so I can go back and see how I have done throughout the years in my retirement. So this is for me as well, and I'm just sharing with my friends what my plan is. So as most of you guys know, 401k is actually our employee retirement plan, our employer offer. And because I work for a company, I work for a hospital, they do offer 401k retirement plan. And the reason we'll start off from here is that I was already contributing to my 401k since I started my job, but it was something I was not serious about. So I start off with very low number to contribute. I think I only was contributing like 2% or 3% of my income. Again, this is pre-tax, so that means that what I contribute, I will have to pay taxes when I will withdraw in my retirement. So those are pre-tax. The pros for this account is that my employer match my contribution. So if I do 3%, they'll do 3%. So it's free money basically. And I wasn't really serious. I didn't know about retirement, so I didn't care about it. But now that I looked into it, I think this is really good, because if I contribute more, they'll contribute more into they'll match that contribution. So that's the pro for this account, is that they definitely match. I did increase my contribution. I was contributing 3%, and now I've definitely increased a lot more. So they can go ahead and contribute more. Another thing is that one more pro that I feel is that my 401k is through Fidelity. So Fidelity give you free advice. You can meet their advisors, and they give you free advice, free education. They send you a letter saying that how your contribution is doing, how your investment is doing, where you're gonna be, where you are. So I really like that. I don't have to pay for that. It's just free, and it works for my account. Now the cons is that the things that I don't like about 401k is that you cannot pick your investment. You cannot pick where your money is, in what form it'll be going, which investment accounts it'll be going into. You're very limited investment options. In my work, I don't have any choice. They just they do it themselves. So that's something that I don't like, that I don't have a control over that. But again, I guess they know what they're doing, and eventually it'll grow. Another thing is that I cannot withdraw my money till certain age, till my retirement age. So whatever I'm contributing, I can never take it out without a penalty. I mean, I can take it out, but I'm gonna have to pay for it, which obviously I'm not willing to do. The second one that we're gonna be contributing is the Roth IRA. Now, I started my Roth IRA last year, and I maxed out, because when we got the tax-free return money, and because of what was going on last year, we did get extra money for things, and I did go ahead and maxed out my Roth IRA. That's when I opened my Roth IRA. So I'm maxed out. Okay, I'm sorry. My phone battery died, so I had to charge my phone. So I'm sorry if the setting kind of changed. So like I was saying, in Roth IRA, my husband can contribute because he owns a business. He can contribute to the Roth IRA. We have separate accounts. He hasn't opened his yet, but this week our plan is to open his. I have already mine. Like I mentioned, I opened mine last year and I've already maxed out for this year. So the pros for it is it's after tax. So whatever I contribute to my Roth IRA is after taxes. That means that when I take my money out, I don't have to pay taxes on it. And basically it's our saving that grows tax-free. So, in my Roth IRA, you can invest money. When you contribute your money, you can invest into things like index funds, stocks, and your money basically grows tax-free, which is awesome, right? The thing with Roth IRA, like I said, 401k, I cannot take my money out till my retirement age. With Roth IRA, you can actually take your contribution out, not your earnings. So whatever you make on your investments, no, but whatever you contribute, you can take it out without any penalty. So that's pros for us. The cons that I could come up with was you have to set up the Roth IRA yourself. So last year, I remember I was like researching everywhere, where was it good? And then you also have to research what kind of investment you're going to be doing on a Roth IRA. And I didn't even know anything about Roth IRA. So when I was contributing my money there, I was just sitting there and I'm like, how does it grow? Like, it's just another saving account. But then I finally did my research and found out that you can invest into a Roth IRA and the money grows. So I have some ETFs in my Roth IRA and some stocks. So the thing is, you have to set up yourself and you have to do your own research on what you're investing in. It does have an income limit, so if you have to be under some sort of income limit to even contribute to Roth IRA, which we obviously poor people can do it. And then it has a limit contribution, so we cannot do more than $6,000 because it is after taxes, obviously, and your money grow tax-free. The government has that kind of limitations where you can only contribute $6,000, and I think if you're over a certain age, you can contribute more. So $6,000 is the limit contribution. If you looked at my sinking fund videos, I do have an envelope for my Roth IRA because I am saving up for next year to contribute little by little. So next year, I think the limit would be $6,000 too, but you want to have that. So the third one that I think that is really good is investment account. I do have a Vanguard that I have for my long term. That's where my Roth IRA is. I do have TD for my long term, short term, investments that I'm doing. And obviously we all know the pros and cons for that. The pros is definitely that your money grows, and it's so good, right? I mean, your money is growing, your money is working for you. You're definitely getting, your money is growing and you'll make more money if you invest into good companies. And definitely the con that I could come up with was market is up and down. Like right now, I am so nervous to invest money because this is my first year. Market is up and down. Like you put money in there and you can lose it. So that's big con. That's nerve-wracking. You really have to research where you're putting your money in. They say ETFs are safe bets, but growth stock kind of make you more money too. So that's another research that I do. I've been looking into companies. So our third plan is definitely investment brokerage account. We have ETFs in there. We have index fund that I'm gonna put, and then I'm looking into dividends, because a lot of people say that dividends are good retirement income. So that's our next plan. I'm researching for it. So, and then the fourth would be HSA. Now, this is something very new to me. I actually learned that through some of the YouTube videos. My Rid Journey, they talk about the HSA account, and that's where I learned. I mean, I had HSA account, but I didn't think they had that many benefits till now. So HSA is your health saving account. Basically, you contribute money for your medical expense. And what I found out was my work was also contributing to my my health saving account. When I contribute, they contribute as well. It is tax free, and you can use it for your health expenses. Now, the good thing that I found out about this was that you can also make investment in your health saving account. So that's something I'm looking into it. Right now, I just found out that my work was contributing when I contribute. So many pros for health saving account than cons. So some of the pros that I found was my work was contributing. So free money right there. So this definitely plans for your out-of-pocket costs. So whatever your insurance doesn't pay, you had this money set aside, so you can pay if you have any big expense in health, and you don't have to dig into your emergency fund or your other funds. You have this money set up for strictly for your health. As you get older, obviously, if you're not, your health definitely you give you a hard time, and so this is for something that you have, and whatever your insurance does not pay, this is something out of pocket that you would pay. You can use that for. Another thing is that it is tax-free. And it rolls over. So whatever I would not use for this year, it rolls over to next year. And then even if it just rolls over, so you don't lose that money. They give you a debit card, so you can use it just like credit card. My little one was sick 2 weeks ago, and I had to get some over-the-counter Tylenol and stuff for her. And you can actually pay for your medication through your health saving debit card, contacts, co-pays. You can definitely use that money for that, so you don't have to dig into your saving account or you're spending money. You have this dedicated to your health. So anything health related items or your health services, you can pay that with that. The only cons that I could find was that you can only use it for medical reasons. You cannot use it for anything else, and if you do, you have to pay penalty for it, unless you're retired and you have no health issue, which seriously, that's never gonna happen, right? So you can only use it for health. So only people that are qualified for the health saving account is people that have high deductible health plan, which is through my work. I do have that, so that's awesome. I can get that. So that's a benefit for my HSA. The next one that we came up with, and now obviously we have to think about our kids, right? Because we got ourselves set up. We have our 401k, we have Roth IRA, we have our investments, we have our health account saved up. So what about our kids? I can always tell them to figure out themselves, but obviously us parents will never do that. We always want to provide for our kids. So we are thinking about putting some money in the custodial account. Now, custodial account just means that we will have that account till it'll be under our kids' account, but we'll take care of it till they're 18, and we can give it to them. Now, most people probably will ask me, why didn't you do it 529? So the reason we did not want to do 529 was not everybody has a plan to go to college, or not. I don't think my kids will only need money for their colleges. It's good, but they can always work on maybe scholarship or something like that. But custodial account, they can use it for anything. They can definitely use it for college, a new car, any expense that they would have, travel the world, blow all their money into casino. It's their money. That's all they're gonna get. The good thing about custodial account is that we can invest their money. So companies that are not just growing now would be so much. Imagine the growth that they will have when they're older, like Apple or Tesla or Amazon, the company they are just, not Amazon, but like the company they're just building now, can you imagine like when they're older, if you, contribute to those companies, invest in those companies, they might get a good return. So the pros that I found out with those is that, again, they're not limited to only use it for college funds. So they can use it for anything that they want. They help out with their investments. So my older one, I did mention that she is paying attention to, like, things and investments, and because she sees me and my husband talk about it all the time, she sees my videos. She can take part in what the investment is gonna be. She wants, like I mentioned in many videos, she does want Apple and Disney, and lately she's been talking about other companies too. So we only have the custodial account right now for my older one. We have not started our younger one. Eventually we will. My younger one is only 4. But we will start on it, but right now we just did it for our older one. And she has Apple and Disney in her account. So we contribute a little in that account. And the last but not least is our saving account, our bank saving account. And the pro, obviously, for saving account is that the money is very accessible to you. You can transfer it to your checking account, use your debit card. You can go get money right away. It doesn't take 5 to 7 business days for the money. Like the investment account, you transfer the money. It takes a couple of business days for money to go to your bank account. But with saving account, it does not, right? So you can always, that's a cushion money that you can always transfer. The only con with saving account is that it doesn't grow. Like, you don't get any percentage, just maybe a penny or a dollar, like penny or something. So it doesn't grow, but it's good to have that cushion. That's where our emergency fund stays. And that's where we'll be contributing little by little, because it has easy access for us. So again, this is what our order of the retirement are, that me and my husband came up with. Again, do your own research. Every account has pros and cons. The only advice that I would give is have money saved up for, retirement. At least think about retirement. But then again, whatever works for your family. Hopefully this video give you some kind of ideas. Hopefully this video made sense, and you enjoy the video. If you have any questions, please ask. I'll be happy to explain more why we picked what we picked. And then I guess my question is, what are your thoughts about retirement? How are you planning on your retirements? What do you do? What are you doing for your retirement? Are you saving money in the bank? Are you investing money? Are you just doing custodial kids accounts? Whatever you're doing, just down below, comment below, tell me, what, if you're planning on starting one, a retirement plan, if you already have one on side. It's great to get advice and share our thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and comment, like, and subscribe. And thank you very much for watching this video. You guys have a blessed day.